Guys, hello, hello. How are you doing? I hope everyone is well. And welcome to this mini series. I thought I will share this with you guys as well, because I think it's really important to make sure when you are getting started or you still are not fully booked, then that people actually know, and you as a VA know what business owner actually needs. So when you sign up for something, when you sign up for a job opportunity, then actually have these three secrets in place, have everything prepared and set up for yourself. So once it gets to getting hired, and once it gets into serving the client, you know what you are doing. Okay, with further ado, it will be a long one, guys, so prepare your pen and paper. And this is part one from 4 videos. So I give you the big picture today, and we will break down the different things in the course of the next couple of days. Those will be a little bit shorter, but I really don't want to miss anything, and I want to give you the big overview how this idea actually came. It was one of my mindset coach trainer, the friend of mine, sent me through a list what she and her mindset coaches who she is training, that's lots of different titles there. So what she would need and her coaches would need to get help with from the VAs. So I think it's pretty interesting, and I shared with a couple of people already this checklist, and everyone found it's really valuable. And for a couple of reasons, what I will go through, and that's what I wanted to share with you. That you get the confidence, that you get you have this, not even the contrast, but you know what you are doing, and we will go everything through. So just let me know in the comments if you are here. Say hi, ask the questions, feel free to ask the questions. Let me share my screen, and then we can go from there. I will get back to your questions latest when actually we finish, and I go back. But I even can do a quick Q&A session if you guys want. So I hope everything is all right. Let me see if my thing is moving. My thing is moving. So let me share my screen. If you are watching the replay, say #replay, and then we can go from there. Okay, so here we have it. Let me close this one. I move myself to the top, and then let's see what's the max, what we can do. So welcome to the 3 secrets to get fully booked, and what do clients actually need. And today we are talking about especially mindset coaches. If you want to get into the mindset niche and mindset industry, to niche down and specify your niche, then this might help you a lot. So my main intention with this masterclass is for you to eliminate all the obstacles for you get fully booked, right? At the beginning, and until you are actually confident enough and are fully booked, there are so many questions what I see people are asking, and I think those are all easy to eliminate and easy to get over with. But obviously you don't know what you don't know, right? And at the end of the day, we just want to get hired, want to have a lifestyle and freedom business, but there are obstacles on the way if you don't have the feedback, if you don't have people around you who already done that, and you can ask them. So the other goal of mine, my intention, is to show you that you are not that far away from getting fully booked. Okay, I really do want to emphasize that you have your own superpower, and what I'm sharing it with you today uh, might be a little bit too much, but I truly believe that that we all are capable of doing what we are called to do. So just to take a deep breath. I'm here, and let's get rolling. So the other intention, or the third intention, is to show you exactly what you need to know, what a coach needs help with in her business, so you can confidently go out and start working with your client. If you've never seen me before, hi, hello, my name is Agnes Bogardi. I am a VA matchmaker, an online business manager. I'm running my own business since 2015. I started not working online, but started in the online industry with affiliate marketing and setting up what did we do with my ex-fiance? We did a supplement shop, and that's where I got started with building my own stuff and learning. And once I realized it's nice that we have the web shop up and running, what the heck happening after that? No one's actually visiting, right? In 2014 we still had the belief that people once you have a website, people will just find you and that's it. Unfortunately, it's not the case. It wasn't even the case, how many, 9 years ago or 8 years ago either. So I quit my job in 2016. I got my first clients in 2015, and I worked for a VA company. As a marketing VA, that's how I got started. Then I got into project management, and I became the vertical lead for the VAs and the marketing strategist for the company itself. So why I'm saying this, because I stood between the business owners and the VAs, not once, not twice. Usually on an ongoing basis, the company had 400 clients in all different niches, all different industries, all different types of businesses, not just online, but offline businesses too. So you can imagine how hard it was to manage all the VAs, all the knowledge, what the business owners needed, all the expectations. And we had on an ongoing basis, I think, around 100-ish clients with all the 15, 20 marketing VAs. So it wasn't easy. And I think that's why I see patterns in the online industry. And that's why I'm so passionate about, closing that gap between the business owners and the VAs, because it is easy. It is not hard, but you really need to know both sides. So some people say I got lucky. Yes, I got lucky. But let me tell you how you can actually get lucky too. So how I got lucky is actually, I can thank that to this lady here over there. Her name is Mary Meckley. She is a meditation teacher, yoga instructor, and a fully blown entrepreneur. She was my second client actually, and she opened the doors for me, and she introduced me to the VA company I was working for. Obviously, it was a win-win for both of us, but she had really the patience, and she's seen hiring me as a newbie VA. Although I invested in myself, I invested in my knowledge, I knew how to do things. I reached out to her, and actually that's how I got her as a client. I offered her to do free stuff in exchange for a testimonial, right? And she got so excited, and she was so happy that I did the work for you. So for her, that at the end of the day, she ended up hiring me. And because she was working already with that VA company, she referred me to the VA company, that Agnes is a great asset. So I can learn how the VA company works, and then do the stuff what she needs actually on a lower hourly rate than the VA company would charge for, right? So she trusted me. She acknowledged my actual skill sets and helped me to get full time on becoming a VA after working with two clients and the VA company for 2 or 3 months on a at the same time and full time at the same time. So it was an interesting time, but I truly believe that this opened so many doors, and that's where I'm at right now, and that's why I'm here at right now and being able to help you, because quote unquote I got lucky, right? I invested in myself. I went from trusting myself to be able to reach out to her, and actually she was, I think, the only one. I haven't even tried that hard. I just came across her. I found it interesting what she's doing, and I offered her, to do the free work. Uh, so that's how I got into the whole industry, and the rest is history. I entered this niche with her, the spiritual, the mindset coaches, and since then I never looked back. So I would want you to have your Mary. I want you to get that client who opens doors for you. And I want you to get into a state where you feel confident about offering your services. And let's do that right now. Okay, so how to get lucky, right? It's like, yes, Agnes, that's fabulous, but how do I get my first client, my next client? And there are three different options, or there are more options, but these are the three most common ones, right? It's like the freelance link platforms. We all know that. You are applying to jobs, you put yourself out there, people are looking for you, and then I feel like it's a hard niche. The other first client of mine, who is actually in the background, and I still have those uh, testimonials on my website. So she was the other one, Ethelyn, and actually she came across me on Fiverr. So I posted myself on Fiverr. She was the only client I got, and even there I did a really cheap service for her, and she hired me only a couple of months later. So it wasn't magic straight away, but at the end of the day, I delivered so much value to her for that little money that she actually, once she had the money, she hired me. The other part is, which is a little bit painful, and I guess that's what we all do, right? It's the social media marketing part, where you go down the rabbit hole, you are going into groups, and if you are not getting discouraged by all of the stuff, what's going on, then you might end up, going into job opportunities and seeing what's working and what's not working, and you apply or you don't apply, and then you go from there. You're waiting for the business owner to come back to you, and you see all these posts, and they are like, okay, it's crazy complex, and you don't feel like you're a good fit, and every other person who commented seems to be that's totally in their alley. But actually it's not always true, but let's talk about that later. And there is the shortcut, and that's what I will be talking about at the end of the webinar, how you can get to that shortcut. But there is an easier way, and that's definitely more rewarding and quicker than just hunting and going through social media all day every day without a plan and without don't get me wrong, this is how you are here, this is how I get my clients as well. But at the end of the day, if you are not sure what you are doing, it can be hard. And if you don't have the strategy and the content plan, and you are not niche down, you don't know what content to put out there, social media can be a little bit too intimidating for most of the people who are just getting started, or even people who are close to being booked out, but you are changing your services. It's hard to communicate that. So let me introduce you to the secrets, and then we go into the shortcut as well. So the shortcut and the 3 secrets to get actually lucky as a VA. uh, let me tell you first, right? It's like these are the little secrets. You don't need to know everything, just enough to fulfill the needs of your client with confidence. And I think I need to emphasize that confidence part, because it doesn't really matter what you are doing. If you don't have the confidence, then it's like nothing is happening. Let me check if we are okay online. Usually I don't even find myself. So let me know how you stand with confidence. How is it helping? Is it not helping to you? Is it something what you feel like you struggle with, or you are fine and you stand totally behind your stuff? Okay, it seems I even have the transcript on Zoom. Amazing, amazing. Okay, so secret number 2 is confidence comes from experience. And I'm definitely that way. I wanted to check the comments. I'm definitely that way. I apparently there are two type of people. And let me get back to stop sharing. So apparently there are two type of children. When your parents raise you and they give you some exercise or something to do, right? Then there are the kids who are actually going to be playing, or who are playing for the sake of playing. And there are the kids who are playing for the sake of winning. And that means actually I'm playing the sake of winning. So that means I need external feedback and reward, so I feel I did a good job. And I think most of the people are like that. The other kids, and it's so interesting because I was talking about this with my mother, and let me know which one are you. And my mother is totally the other way. So I don't know how, she raised me, and she actually has a totally different mindset about this. But maybe because I have a brother and he won all the time when we were playing, and I was so mad because I felt like I'm not good enough if I'm not winning. So at the end of the day, my mother is the person who plays for the sake of playing, and this reflects everything, or this reflects in her whole life. Because at the end of the day, when she went out there or started a new job, she was actually a business owner as well. She ran her own business for years. And once she gets into that, this is a new situation, she starts to think about it as a game, and she starts to actually trying to find what she can enjoy, right? She's not waiting for external things to tell her that you are good. She actually finds herself the things what she loves in everything. So the difference is, while I'm waiting for outside to tell me that I'm good, and I can go in confidently after, I don't know, three people told me this is great, right? I got the feedback. My mother goes out there, and even if she has a different feedback than I did, or she didn't, she is happy with even that she tried. She is happy with even that, oh, I found something amazing about this process. So she enjoys the process, and she doesn't need feedback. And I think it's really, really important to identify that, because if you know that, then by marketing stuff, you are actually getting better, and you will not be affected when you see other people's posts and stuff like that. Sorry guys, this wasn't on the agenda, but basically I think confidence for me comes from external stuff, and that's why it is important. And I think for most of the people, and that's why I think getting the experience and having the feedback from the actual business owner and your trainer and your coach and other VAs, I think it's really important that you can, after that, basically stand behind your offer and saying, yeah, okay, 10 people said this is amazing what I'm doing. it is good. It is good, and I know that I deliver some value to the client, and I can stand in my power and stand behind my prices, right? So confidence in my experience comes from experience and reach goals and feedback, right? So you definitely need that. And secret number 3 will be mindset is everything, but maybe the hardest part to change. And there is also a shortcut to that, so don't worry about that if you're like, oh my god, we are going into the whole mindset thing. But after all these years, this business is the biggest self-development journey you can ever sign up for. I think it's so crazy, and once you start to realize things, it's amazing how things fall to their fall to the what how do you say that they are falling in place. Yes, that's the word. Okay, so first real secret is how to learn all the skills you need without spending ages turning your wheels before you get hired or fully booked. Okay, so these are, and that's what I want to go through with you. These are all the skill sets what a business owner these days, an online coach, a mindset coach. In this case, it's a mindset coach because that's what my friend is doing, right? Mindset coaching and training the coaches. So this was the list, and in the next parts, right? We will go through all of that in detail. So I just giving you the big overview today, and then we will go into the different bits and pieces, because I think that's the key for you to get actually really started and be confident in what you are doing, and that leads to getting fully booked because you stand behind your knowledge, you stand behind yourself. Okay, so how to learn all the skills, and frankly, you cannot. Okay, it is humanly not possible to learn all the platforms what each client needs, right? As I mentioned, I used to work for that VA company. It was every time, right? Every time we onboarded someone or a new client, you heard the stones drop from the hearts of the VAs when they realized it's a platform. What the client is using is a platform what they actually know, because it is such a pain that you are paid by the hourly rate, and you cannot run the clock for learning the new platform, but you want to actually serve your client for your best interest. But at the end of the day, you don't want to lose time and money just because they are using something what you don't know about. Sorry, my hair is just annoys me. So how do you can have a little bit of a shortcut on this, and how to make sure that you actually are familiar with most of the things. So let me go through the list, right? So this is the list. I kind of put it in a priority and in a how hard it is order. Okay, so here in the first part we have the VA basics admin stuff, then we have social media management and community management as another category, because I think that's a total different category. But this is the part where business owners say they need help with the most, right? This is the first thing. It's not the website, because they will hire a website developer for that. That might be the designer. But once they are up and running and they have the basics kind of set up, then social media management is the first part what they hate doing. They don't like doing it. Or most of them, and they're just like, it's like, oh, let's find someone who can post and who can like and do stuff like that. I truly believe that social media management is a whole industry, right? So it's a specialty. It's a specialty. You need to specialize on. Community management could be something connected to social media management, but I would consider it as a different job description, right? But usually if they have a page, if they have a profile, if they have a community, then they want one person to handle everything and obviously create the images and stuff like that. So that's a different animal. And then we are by the specialties here on the right hand side, like website and blog management, SEO, the different CRM and automations, right? And the different course platforms, what they have. Video and podcast production, it's a total different and podcast management, total different view. Even, this is the list what my client sent through or friend sent through. I even told her these are the things what you cannot really expect from people to know. Admin stuff, yes, but this is a different animal. This is different price range if you want to have a professional who actually builds only funnels, right? But I'm building funnels. I love building funnels. I love a freebie funnel. I can build it in a couple of hours. I can set up a sales page and stuff in 4 or 5 hours. I can build a website, in 8 hours. So it is really learnable. It's just like everything else. You just need to get used to the platform and do the step by step. But at the end of the day, it's a different skill set. So let's go into a little bit of the details. Just go through what we will be covering. This is what we will be covering in the next videos, and I will really go through each of them and talk about the platforms and talk about the best practices or the tips what I have. But they always need, the where we get started is a great communication skill. That's something what all the business owners wish for, that there are certain rules, I guess, right? What they prefer, how they like to communicate. There are different types of people, and I hear a lot that if you are not aware about this, then your business owner, almost said VA, then your business owner can get frustrated, or you as a VA can get frustrated too. But there are easy ways to actually solve that, and there are easy ways to actually just get prepared. Everything starts with awareness. Obviously, basic project management skills are needed, just to make sure that when they are outsourcing, when they are delegating, yes, that's the word, when they are delegating the stuff, make sure that you have everything under, one umbrella, where to find stuff. And that's the same for file management, and those are the different platforms. Just to make sure, right, that everything is fine and organized, and you don't have 2, 3, 5 different things saved on your laptop, on your computer, on the other this and that. Make sure that you find everything under one umbrella, and everything is up to date all the time. It eliminates loads of misunderstandings and time wasted and stuff like that, right? Can you imagine if you start working with a file which is building or adding the newsletter, adding the emails to the newsletter, and then the client realizes after you finished it that you were working with version 2 and not version 25, right? What she has actually on her laptop, and she thought that it went out, and then you can start again. So these type of things are really easily doable, and you can avoid them if you know what you are doing. I think it's part of the service, or of the great service what you can provide for the client. Inbox management, email inbox management is our next one. That's also something what you need to go in. You are using your own stuff, right? Client is using their own stuff, so make sure that you have folders and everything else set up. But email, we will talk about this in detail. But email inbox management is something what they also looking for. I would consider newsletter management something different, because that involves an autoresponder like MailerLite, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, you name it. There are so many different types. At the end of the day, we can figure out everything, and we can figure out all of them. But I highly recommend to get into one and really get to know it. The next one is calendar management. You want to make sure it's set up properly. If your calendar management is set up or the client's calendar management is set up properly, then I think you can eliminate tons of work generally, but maybe you need to suggest to set it up, or if they have already something, you need to make sure that you understand everything. We will go into that. Okay. My client or my friend also mentioned basic bookkeeping stuff like invoice management, receipt organization, and stuff like that. I feel like there are so many people and there are so many business owners, using different those different platforms, and also some of them are really trusting everyone, right? They are just sharing everything, what they don't need to. And there are people who are a little bit anxious about sharing their stuff. Both of them are okay, but you need to make sure that you have only access to those things, what you need to get access to. If the client is not asking for bookkeeping stuff or, using their card or stuff like that, then even tell the client that, oh, you've seen that it's there, you don't want to get access to that, because if something happens, you are the first one they accuse maybe. So there are some security measurements you want to make sure are in place before you go into that. But it might come that your business owner wants to have basic bookkeeping stuff done. There are also different platforms where you can even just scan or take a photo, and then it will do automatically whatever it needs to be done with the bookkeeping. But obviously you are not a bookkeeper, so maybe a disclaimer there is important too. Okay, Zoom management is the other one. Obviously we all using it. There are so many different things what you can do on Zoom these days. I highly recommend going into and learning the in and outs. It's a great opportunity for you to help the client and gain more hours if you offer to be the host actually of their Zoom call. You are there, you are helping with tech, you are answering questions, you keep tab on things, you are letting people in, so not go. You're letting people in so the client actually can focus on whatever she needs to deliver. And I think it's a great thing to have if someone's having bigger parties on on Zoom. And there are obviously other admin jobs. We really had everything, guys. We had coffee delivered. We had obviously travel arrangements was huge by the VA company I worked for. There were VAs who loved doing it. I never really appreciated that task, but obviously you can be hired also for private things, right? Finding that, calling the plumber that they should come in a different day. So just be prepared. If you want to serve the client fully, then even those type of things, private things, can be involved. And helping with events and booking speaking gigs, registering to podcasts and stuff like that. There are really the list is endless. These were the ones she came up with, and she knows that she will need help with. SurveyMonkey, I added it here. I don't think that this is a special skill. Just make sure that you know that. There are tons of ways. There are tons of ways you can create a survey, but most of the people know SurveyMonkey, and it's by coaches. I think it's a kind of must-have, or it's a great tool. Okay, so let's move on to social media management and community management. I talked about it a little bit. I added Canva here because I think it's kind of, if you are not a designer, you still can do social media images on Canva. So those are things what you need to pay attention. We will go into, I think I might even dedicate one part of the series, of the 4-part video series, to only to this one, to make sure that we cover most of the things. And then we have the funnel building, website, basic SEO, CRM, course platforms, and video and podcast editing. So these are the special skills what I think you need you definitely need it. Easily learnable, I'm not sure. You need to practice, you need to do maybe your own stuff and get practice, and just get on one platform. And I think I find it, so I think that the secret is that, so the more you know, the more experience you have, the better. Usually it helps to get hired if you know one platform really well. That's what I'm saying. So that's where you focus your marketing on. But at the end of the day, after you got hired, you most likely get to do most of the things what we just talked about. So you have the option to say no to the client. You have the option to find someone and for her and manage the tasks with a professional, or unless you are on a project or specific result based contract, they can ask you to do these stuff. So let me know how you feel about this, because this is the core of the whole series, to show you this, and the rest actually to get fully booked are, I think it's the other two are more important than the skills, okay? Because you have the option to learn the skills. You learn everything a little bit for yourself, and call yourself an admin. Mostly prioritize the parts from the first slide, or you choose one platform in one topic and you get really, really, really good at it. So those are the two options. I think when you want to get fully booked, then you could have these two versions. What you can choose from is like learn everything a little bit and be able to help with everything a little bit, which might mean that your client knows more about the platform what you know, and you go into the learning curve. Or you choose one platform what you already maybe have or you love, and that's where you focus at least your marketing on. Okay, so let's moving on. Let me see if we have questions. But as I mentioned, right, how to get confident, how you are not waiting around, and how to make sure that you actually get confident and you can do stuff on the go without. Okay, we are pretty good on the synchronization with Facebook. So, how to get confident without waiting forever to get your first or next client. Do you remember my story, right? I offered free help to my client in exchange for testimonial, and the other first client I got was actually on a really discounted price. So this is how I got my first clients, and after that doors opened, they referred me, and obviously I got hired by the VA company. But actually most of my clients come through referrals or social media since then. Limited free work is controversial. It really is. Some people say don't even do that because it's not good for your mindset. Some people say it's a great jump start. Some what I see, right, as if I recommend, and I do recommend actually a little bit, if you don't feel like that, don't do it, right? It's like that's the rule always. If you don't feel like that, don't do it. But at the end of the day, if you offer, make sure that you limit it. There is a limited time what you offer, right? It's like not a full month or not a full, or you get the gist of what you are doing, or what is the result that you can deliver as short time as possible, right? It's like if you are a social media manager, or if you want to have a I don't know, Instagram feed thingy as your service, then your Instagram feed should look like, as someone who knows what she's doing and have an amazing feed, and the feel and taste. There are some Instagram feeds out there for social media managers. I'm like, man, I definitely want to hire all of you right now for do my Instagram feed. If you want to do that, right, then I would say go with something that doesn't take you time, but is the most valuable for the client and shows the biggest difference, right? Let's stay in Instagram, right? Somehow you need to push up the numbers, right? Or the reach of the picture, or create such an amazing feed for the client, but then do only that. One of my clients hired someone, or not even hired, that bartered with, oh yeah, that's another thing. Um, got someone who actually created hashtags for her, right? And a new batch of hashtags, and it actually helped to push up the visibility a little bit and gained a little bit of momentum. And after that, she had the option to hire the person or not, right? If with hashtags especially, right, if you go for a certain niche, then obviously that's kind of easy to use the hashtags what you created for your previous client or for yourself or something. But at the end of the day, if you can prove that you can, even in such short amount of time, do something with for the client, then I think it's a good thing. Make sure that you are not offering your life and lifetime access to you and stuff like that, right? So just think about if you are offering free work, about that. Or you can barter. I think that's how you write it, barter something. You do something and they do something for you. If it's a mindset coach, then let's give you a session, and then you give them the worth of your session in exchange. So do you have the confidence to go out there and ask people for the testimonials and for free work, or for for the other stuff? But because here is the truth about that, I couldn't go out there and tell everyone how good I was, because that's my norm, right? How I do stuff, it's my norm. It's my on my scale, that's my norm. And I think everyone knows that, right? I thought for a long time that everyone can build funnels, because it's such a basic stuff, right? That's how you start your business. That's you need for the sales, for the freebie, even for scheduling a call, you need a funnel, right? That's why I think it's important to mention here that you need real-time feedback from actual clients, right? To be confident and to make sure that you can say that what you're doing is really valuable, and it's it's special in this or that way. You need to prove yourself. I think that for me that was the key. You can do it. You need the contrast. You need to compare yourself with others to see the difference, or from someone who already is doing it, right? To make sure that you know. And that's why I did this video series, so you guys know what my understanding is. And from my experience, and then you can compare it actually and get confident. So secret number 3 is how the right mindset gets you fully booked, right? So we talked about the skill set, we talked about how you can get confident, and I think and how to get experience. But at the end of the day, your mindset will determine everything. So what does it take to get fully booked? At the end of the day, you need to get out there, and you need to get everything what it takes, that you can go out there and talk about what you do. Better to say, it's like shouting from the rooftops, believing what with every cell of your body that you are amazing in what you do, and you can deliver to the client. You need to be confident when people are asking questions on an interview, right? It's like, if you are shy, people will not buy into you. People will think what you think about yourself. People will perceive what you perceive of yourself. If you are like, and that was me back in the days. I wasn't sure what I know is actually everything what you can know, right? And I told people, I was like, yeah, I'm not sure this is how I do, but I realized later on that they don't even know what I know. So, obviously they are hiring me to do the stuff. And once I sat through strategy sessions, I sat through, implementation sessions, I invested in myself. And once you buy or purchase the third course and they still don't have anything new to say, then yes, you are doing it great. And from there, I was able to get out there and tell people, yes, this is what everyone is teaching. This is what actually I do for you too. So I'm confident. I know that I know what I'm doing, and that's what you also need, right? So that's the confidence what comes only from experience. You need the confidence when you see all those I'm fully booked post on social media while you get crickets. You need the confidence not to crawl down back to bed. So you need to be confident when client doesn't respect your time and boundaries, when you don't do everything you can and they take advantage of you. You need that confidence, and the list goes on and on, to stand behind your power. And you need a really healthy money mindset to stand into your power and charge the amount you actually deserve. It is a long process. I see with myself as well. I see with my clients, online business management clients, mindset coaches, who actually, on the go, you are up leveling all the time. But at the end of the day, they are just like you and me, and everyone is pulling down the layers. But I kind of wish after the training. So even there, you can get your course price back within 1 or 2 months if you can onboard your own client. Then after that, tap into this booming niche. Mindset coaching is huge these days. Online business mindset online coaching is huge these days. So those skills are highly needed in the industry. And once you go into the niche and know the language, you can actually work for any mindset coach. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. Reach out. I'm happy to answer all of the questions. But as you can say, I'm really passionate about this. I truly believe that this is something amazing, and this is a groundbreaking where we will be able to enroll people on a even monthly basis. So yeah, let's be there. Let's be there from the beginning, and help us grow. And we will do the same for you. We will help you grow. Thank you very much, guys. Have an amazing day. Bye.